Now that we've talked a little about formalist criticism, you've begun to understand the literary theory a little better and how to apply it while reading. So yesterday's mini lesson, we dealt with formalist criticism as viewing the text and how the text is represented in the novel. For example, we talked about how the text is formatted in Miss Peregrine's House of Peculiar Children. So we looked at focused on words, sentences, the dialogue format, um, and more importantly, how the character interaction affected the verbal content. So how did the author phrase dialogue? Um, what kind of words were used to represent emotion, setting, interaction, plot, etc. However, as we continue in looking into the formalist criticism, we realize that formalist criticism is not just solely about the text. Formalist criticism allows the readers to analyze the text through its visual representations as well. That being said, it means that we can look at the pictures, photographs, and graphs that are included in the novel as a way of analyzing what the author is trying to say. When we look at the formalist criticism through their visual representations, we study the way the author uses these visuals to convey the message. So it's important to focus on both mediums, the text and the visual. Throughout the story in Miss Peregrine's House of Peculiar Children, the author chooses to include illustrations to tell her story. So it is important as active readers to kind of go beyond just reading the text, but ask questions such as, what did the pictures add to the text? What did the author try to convey by the inclusion of photographs of olden times? Why are they included? So it's important to note that photographs in the text have more meaning than just kind of a visual representation. They usually act simultaneously, or they take over the role of giving a story. So they can accompany a text, or they can provide a completely different story within the text. So to keep that in mind, it is important to realize why an author would choose to add visuals. So reasons visuals are sometimes included have to do with the power of visuals in learning. So a reason an author might include visuals is because when including or when you seeing visuals, the chances of it sticking in a long-term memory increase. So we're more likely to remember a visual than we are just a regular text or sentence found in a novel. Additionally, messages are transmitted faster through visual representations than they would be ordinary sentences or text. Though a dialogue may stick in our memory, an image is more likely to stick in our memory longer and to get to us faster. Visuals also improve reader comprehension. So it is important as readers that we understand what it is that we're learning and reading, and visuals have a way of increasing our chances. Additionally, visuals trigger emotion, so especially in Miss Peregrine's House of Peculiar Children, when viewing these photographs, readers are more likely to interact and engage with the photographs than they would be just reading a text throughout the novel. Another reason someone might include visuals is to motivate learners. So people are more motivated to learn and more eager to kind of engage with the text if there are visual representations included. So it is kind of up to the reader to decide what the author's purpose is in including the visuals and their role within the text. Another online source stated that, or compared images versus text. And it stated simply, visual content reaches an individual's brain in a faster, more understandable way than textual information. Or, more accurately, a person's brain is hardwired to recognize and make sense of visual information more efficiently, which is useful considering that 90% of all information that comes to the brain is visual. So as we can see, Visual representations are vital to engaging in text and to kind of increase our motivation. So to summarize, visuals tend to amplify our experience with the text. As readers, we increase our engagement and our attention, and more importantly, our interaction with the text increases. It creates vivid scenery, and especially in Miss Peregrine's House of Peculiar Children, it provides a realistic feel to the story. So it kind of brings the characters to life. So for attendance, think about the images used in the novel Miss Peregrine's House of Peculiar Children. What did the images add to your experience as a reader? How did the images differ from the text when telling the story? Write at least a paragraph response in your blogs. So for this response, really focus and become an active reader in analyzing the novel through both lenses of the formalist criticism, the text and the images. How did they differ in your experience reading? I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all in class tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thank you.